So I haven't been making an update on my Yamaha Warrior. Yeah, buddy. Things are looking pretty awesome. Black steering column. It's not powder coated. It's a rust enamel paint. And the frame, blue Krylon paint. I haven't even decided to make a video in a while. I just, I constantly make a video on everything I'm doing on this quad. I mean, you'd be getting sick and tired of videos, so start out by steering column. Tie rods were all polished up. Let's see. So are these. The one was slightly bent. I just bent it back with a hammer. Maybe I might even just get the new ball joints for the end. But ball joints are in perfect perfect shape. There's no play on them. The seals aren't dry rotted whatsoever. They're like new condition. So I may just let them go, especially since they're kind of hard to get out. But one mistake I did make, and I was kind of being an idiot. I was kind of more of just ripping the quad apart, not thinking about the future. But as you can see, it's kind of hard. Can't really get real close, but the threads are pretty damaged. But that's because when you're supposed to get like a little clamp to push out on there, it's like a special type of puller, and it pulls out on when they get in there, because as you can see how it's in that shape, well, it gets real tight and stuff against there. And I just were hitting them out. All I was doing was hitting them out with a hammer. Well, kind of damaged the thread. So I'll notice that on the front there and stuff. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have a hard time getting these in. So I can just grind off these threads here as long as I still got the ones on the bottom there, because that's where that bolt really counts on there. So I can just grind off the top threads with something. And so there you have it. There's the tie rods. There's the one hub. It hasn't been finished yet. That hub is finished. There's the rotor. That hasn't even been finished yet either. As you can see, that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And it just sits on there like that. And if you're planning on taking your rotor off on your quad, let me just warn you, these bolts you gotta make sure you're definitely using the right size Allen wrench, because these bolts are extremely tight. And I just polished them up with the wire wheel too. These were I think this one was like $10 and this one was probably like 6 or 7. So these are expensive, but it's probably the best purchase I made towards this quad. We don't really use wire wheels up here. We just let our things rust. We don't really care anyways. As you can see, the bearings are also bad in this one. Wait, no, maybe I'm confused. It was that one. Seals are worn. Stuff. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should just get the single, because this one's in really good shape. Just a tiny bit of dry rotting around the seals, but it's nothing bad. Nothing near that's going to need to get replaced soon. So I'm wondering if I should just save up instead of wasting all the money on getting 2 kits and more hassle replacing the other kit. Maybe just get a single set, or just a single set for the one front ones, or get a double set for and then if I ever decide that I want to replace this one, I can replace them. So I'm kind of thinking about that. Caliper, just been giving me trouble. It's been really hard working on with, so can't even get them bolts out to get out those worn brake pads. My brakes always kind of squeaked with the rear caliper. Here's the front. Can't even it's not this one, it's the other one. Can't get that freaking plug out. So I'm wondering if maybe I should just go out and order a whole new brake system, rear and that, because this rear one's these bolts, there's no way I can get them out. I'm not gonna even bother, because I used the right size, which is, can't remember, I think it was a 12mm or something like that. And it ain't even coming out with that, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It's not working. So, maybe I should just go out and either get maybe an upgraded kit or something. But I know it's like $100 for just this rear caliper here, but I get it an upgraded kit, so I'm like, whoa, okay. And if I get the fronts new and stuff. It's a lot of money, so I'm not sure what I'm doing with the brakes. I mean, I gotta have brakes on my quad, even though it'd be nice to remove some of the weight, but I mean, I gotta stop somehow. You know, it's just the laws of physics. I mean, I could probably, I mean, those aren't stripped yet or anything or damaged, so I just gotta get this one fixed up and stuff. This one's probably pretty good. I gotta get that plate off there and polish that up. This caliper's pretty gross. So is the front ones. They're pretty gross here. So it still needs quite a bit of work yet, but there's the rear brake pedal. Bolts in the baggies. Here's the front coil. I'll probably get a high performance kit. They're only like 40 or 50 bucks. So looking for the cheapest ways to get high performance and without like blowing my budget. It's actually not hard getting high performance. It's like the shocks and stuff that just enhance the ride, you know, just make it ride nicer and stuff. That's real expensive. I mean, I've seen some shocks up there for like thousands or something like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, even if I was rich and stuff, I probably wouldn't even want to spend that money on those shocks. And there's no difference between them besides that they just got a slightly different design and stuff. But whatever. So, and I'll probably replace that because that's looks pretty green and stuff. So, reservoir, but that's not something I'm really looking at now. I'm really looking at getting the front end done and stuff. Motor, it's got all the new looking bolts and stuff all polished up. Clutch cover, clutch is in. Here's like the wiring harness and stuff. I'm gonna clean up the plugs and stuff and rewrap this up with some new whatever. Probably use some old, like, see if I can find some plastic tubing or something that goes around here, like the actual wire housing. Clutch cover, new clutch sets in. Battery terminals need to really be cleaned, and I still haven't even connected the battery. Disconnected the battery, but they got the whole front end torn apart. Bumper's off. It's hanging up over there. It's my DG bumper. I'll keep that too, along with the A-arms, but they'll still need to get cleaned up a little bit. I'll probably put in like new netting. And here's the Tusk high performance gasket kit. I ordered it before I found the